everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if it's your first time, welcome for the first time. Today we're looking at what I think is kind of maybe an underrated, I'm not going to say misunderstood, but definitely an underrated pedal in the world of distortion and in Boss's lineup. We're talking about the Boss MD-2 Mega Distortion. I feel like not many people get around this pedal, not many people know about this pedal, or if they do know about it, they're kind of, fairly dismissive about it. But the MD-2, I think, has got a lot of really cool tones in it, and I think definitely can kind of stand up with some of the more modern distortion examples. So what is the Boss Mega Distortion? Well, it is a high-gain metal riffing machine based around a dual stage gain circuit with some really interesting controls. So obviously you got your bog standard level, but then the EQ section's pretty unique. You've got a tone control, which is pretty extreme. Allows you to dial in a bunch of like high end, or kind of take some out. If you know the metal zone, it's in that realm. But if you're delicate with it, you can find some good tones in there. Then you've got this kind of bottom control on the dual concentric pot. And the bottom control basically just adds in like a shit ton of low end to the signal. Like heaps. You'll hear in the playing segment that it's like really get some low end going. For like real crushing kind of, rearrange your organs kind of low end. Then you've got the distortion and the gain boost. Now, I couldn't really find online what the specific deal is between these two controls. Obviously, distortion is distortion, adds the gain to it, but the gain boost is really interesting. It kind of like allows you to just add some gain back in, even at low levels. I'm not actually 100% sure what the gain boost actually does, but it's cool. I really like kind of, riding the level low, but then really pushing the gain boost up. I don't think the gain boost is like put like a tube screamer type thing into the circuit, but it basically just adds more gain and gives you a bit of a boost kind of thing. You can get some really interesting tones playing around with how much distortion and how much gain boost, and kind of finding a cool in between of the two knobs. Now, obviously, when it comes to modern high gain, modern high gain distortion, there's a few go-to sounds, your 5150 type thing, your rectifier. It's all based off amps. And I don't know if this is based off anything. And this distortion pedal, even in the world of high gain distortion pedals, wouldn't necessarily, I think, be anyone's go-to or first choice. And I think that's a bit of a shame. I think there are some really cool kind of high gain tones in here. At first, when I got this pedal, I didn't think it would be able to do like your real classic, like not your classic, you can do some like pretty classic gnarly tones, but like do like real modern kind of high gain stuff. But I think if you find the right control, pair it with the right boost and the right like amp or cab sim, I definitely think that realm is in there. That sound can be found within this pedal. For the song I did at the beginning, I didn't use any other pedals. I just wanted to have this, but I've paired it with like a clon boost type thing and a noise gate, and you can get pretty genty tones. I think it's cool. But yeah, I think this might be one of Boss's more underrated pedals that they've still got in the kind of current lineup. I'm not really sure if they're selling many of these. I mean, Boss seems to discontinue stuff left, right, and center, so you'd think if they weren't selling them, they wouldn't be buying them, but I don't know. I feel like this is kind of like the Metal Zone's unknown, underappreciated, underloved cousin. It doesn't have the memeability like the Metal Zone, but I think it's probably a tad more useful and probably a bit easier to get some ripping tones with. If you haven't checked this out, I think you should. I think it can be used in so many. Obviously, it's great for some kind of like metal stuff, and if you pair it with the right boost, you can even get some modern stuff. But I think it also works great for like stoner, the kind of doom stuff. If you can get some really kind of like wiry, almost like death metal tones out of it. And you could even use it in like a sludge, or even like something more modern like a black gaze, or like use it for a heavy shoegaze distortion sound. I think this has got a lot of possible situations. Obviously, it's not clean. Don't expect it to be transparent or get any like sparkly cleans. Even with both gain controls all the way down, there's still fair amount of distortion there. But yeah, I think this is underlooked, underappreciated, and I'm hoping that, you know, the day Josh Scott from JHS makes a video about these will become popular. But, you know, I hope if that day ever comes, I can say, hey, I knew about it first. I knew about it before everyone else. So fuck you, you dog. A bit harsh, don't you think? Anyway, let's get into the playing. So for the playing section, I'm going to use my Fender Jazzmaster with Lola Blademaster pickups. Trust me, it works for the heavy stuff. We're going to be running into this, then into the 2-note Cab M Plus, running a Victory Kraken 2x12 cabinet with like a 57 in front of it. And then I think there's just a tiny little bit of reverb from the Strymon Flint, tiny little bit of plate reverb, just to give it some space. But yeah, let's get into the playing. everybody, that was this has been another video from your boy Strasbourg. Please like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. If you use the Mega Distortion, let me know in the comments. If you have any other distortion pedals that you think are underappreciated, or even overdrive pedals that you think are underappreciated and underloved and unknown, let me know. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mother you love her. And I'll see you in the next one. Fuck off.